All right, it is Tuesday, July 22nd, and I'm here with Triple J, Jean Jacket Joy Behar.
Triple. Yeah, what do you think of this?
I always love Jean Jacket
Do you
Joy.
like it? Yeah.
And your mood, always better when you're
I'm
in
the
Jean Jacket.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know why.
I don't know. Makes me feel 25 years younger, man.
That must be it. I love it. Let's dig right in because we talked about Stephen Colbert today.
Yeah.
I was waiting for you to come back a little bit to have these conversations because nobody gets more worked up when they're coming for the comedians.
I hate that.
I know you do. And you said that on the show today. You said when they come for the comedians, all bets are off.
I said it several years ago when Trump first got in.
Yes, I know.
Right.
I know. You've been on alert for this, high alert for them coming for the comedians.
I don't believe in squelching free speech at all, and particularly when it's funny. And people are very, very offended because it's funny in a way, because they know that it's effective. That's why they get mad at comics.
It's interesting. People who don't like the show and don't watch the show and have a perception of the show believe that we're talking about cancel culture and things like that on the show. But you actually really, for opinions opinions you don't agree with, you completely support their right to say these things.
I believe the ACLU did it very well. They said that the Nazis can march through Skokie, Illinois, because they have the First Amendment right to march. They are not, as long as they're not threatening anybody or killing anybody, they just want to express this hideous philosophy that they have.
Yeah.
Go at it.
So you're a free speech absolutist.
I am.
Are you glad to see other comedians supporting Stephen Colbert like we saw last night?
Of course. That was the beauty of the whole thing.
Right.
And the other beauty of it is that this network is allowing him to stay on the air and continue to blast Trump.
Do you think that'll last, or do you think that they're going to get cold feet
well,
6 months in?
It's just going to look even worse if they take him off. It'll all be against what he's doing now.
Right. The only thing that compares to this in late night history that I can remember is when they took the Tonight Show away from Conan O'Brien to give it back to your buddy Jay Leno.
Yeah.
And they kept Conan on the air to finish it off, and he just took shots at his network over and over again. And David Letterman also, when he left NBC and went to CBS.
He didn't like it either.
No, and he took shots at NBC and GE all the time.
Well, you know, during my life, they did that to the Smothers Brothers. They took them off the air. You know, they were also funny. I think that it's very threatening. That's why I said today, when you have the court jester is there to make fun of the king.
Right.
And if the king can't take it and he wants to kill the court jester, that shows you how insecure the king is.
We've talked before about this because I'm obsessed with late night television. But did you ever, because through most of your comedic career, that was considered one of like the holy grails of being a comedian.
I had a late night show. I was doing pilots in New Haven, and we beat Arsenio in the numbers.
Really?
And they still didn't give it to me.
Do you think it's because you were a woman?
I don't know. I'm not crying that. I'm not saying that. I don't know the reason. Maybe I'm, a lot of people considered me too New York for national television. Right.
It's hard. I mean, really talented comedians have had those spots and failed. Joan Rivers couldn't get it done.
She did okay for a while.
For a little while, but then
she was better as a guest in many ways than she was as a host because she had to be nicer as a host.
Right.
When she was a guest, she could really go for the jugular. They used to love her in London because of that. But then when she became the host, she had to be, as you can imagine.
Yeah, you carry a heavy burden especially when your name's in the title.
Well, you just have to be, you can't be rude when you're the host.
Right.
It was like if someone comes to your house.
Yeah, no, for sure. Why do you think more women are not in late night, though? I
think it's because, as you say, you watch it. It's boys like you that watch late night. And so
traditionally it was. I think it's changed a little bit, but yeah.
That's the audience. They always go with the audience. Women watch daytime. Boys like late night.
I know that when I worked in late night, the coveted demographic were men 18 to 49 years old.
Yeah, that's it.
That's what you were looking for.
They still hang on to that demographic for everything, though, which I think is a mistake.
Yeah, I think that is interesting. It's kind of an old-fashioned idea that older people don't spend money the same way or
well, they do have a point in so far as this is concerned. When you're young like that and you first get married, now you're buying a refrigerator, you're buying a stove. Older people have that stuff already.
Right.
So you have to, that's why you have all these medication commercials on
our show and others.
On our show, we have an older demo.
Sure.
And also on Law and Order, I watch constantly Law and Order reruns. That's it's always medication.
There's a theory that also younger people are more susceptible to advertising. Yeah. They're not locked into their brands. They're not locked into
Except
things.
that older people have more money.
Theoretically.
So if they can tap into that older pocketbook, they're doing good.
Well, come over to The View. All right. So if you could talk to Stephen Colbert right now, what's your message to him?
I would say you made a lot of money, Stephen.
Mm-hmm.
You've already made your bones. Everybody knows how great you are. Go for it. Go for it now.
Right.
Don't go after the network, though. Go after the big boy. Go after the White House.
Mm-hmm.
And see how far you can go with that. And be funny.
I think that, for him, I think you're right. He's got all the money in the world. He doesn't
Yeah.
need this job.
No.
I think he's probably interested in taking care of the people that work for him, because that's a hard
Well, there
thing.
is that.
Yeah.
There is that problem. But I think he will land somewhere else and take them with him.
Mm-hmm.
If he doesn't or can't and they get rid of him again, he can do a podcast like Joe Rogan does, has millions of people who listen to him.
Sure.
Colbert will have the same thing.
Yeah, no, there was an article in the I think it was the New York Times, where they said, what's happening is bad for late night, but Stephen Colbert is going to be fine. I don't think anybody worries about that.
I think that's probably true.
We had a comedian on, Zarna Garg, on last Thursday's show.
She was so funny.
She was so funny. She did a great job. And like you, she started her comedy career later in life.
Yeah.
I saw that you got her phone number.
I always get the cell phone numbers and the agent's number of people that I think could be in my plays. So she would be a wonderful actress in My First Ex-Husband, which is going to Boston. Did I tell you that?
No, I don't think you've mentioned it.
Okay, we're going to be in Boston for the September 12th to September 28th.
Mm-hmm.
I will be in some of those shows. It's at the Huntington Calderwood Theater.
Yes.
Okay, and you can go to hamptons.com. No, that's not true. HuntingtonTheater.org, as a matter of fact, or to our website for the
MyFirstExHusband.com.
MyFirstExHusband.com.
Absolutely.
Yes.
We'll
So
link.
anyway, she would be wonderful in there because she's funny. But this show is a combination of theater and stand-up.
Yes.
So when you find comedians, stand-ups like myself, who can act, then you have the perfect combination of person from
All right, so you got very excited, and
I did.
As you know, I think Sonny and one of our stage managers placed bets on whether you're going to approach someone for their phone number.
I know. Well, when I see talent, I even have Robert De Niro's phone number.
Yes, I know.
As if I can ever get to him.
You haven't tried yet. I'm waiting.
Look,
for you to make your move.
I can text Chris Christie.
Yes.
Okay. He and I were enemies. Now we're
Robert
friends.
De Niro, Chris Christie. Okay.
Well,
But yeah.
I think I have an easier time getting to Chris Christie than Robert De Niro.
I think so. I think that's true. Well, one of the things that Zarna kind of said that stood out to me was that she thanked American women for teaching her that she has a voice.
Oh.
What did you think of that?
That is another point for my show, because somebody said the other day, we interviewed Vianne Cox she's a wonderful actress who's in it, and she said it shows that women have a voice.
Oh, there you go.
So I'm gonna get that gal in one of these shows. I want her.
I think you do.
Women, listen. I was never told to shut up when I was a kid. No one ever. My grandmother, once in a while, if I got on her nerves, she'd say, "Oh, your mother's calling." But she wasn't, to get rid of me.
Right.
But my mother never said, "Joy, be quiet," like you're talking out of turn. And I never understood why women didn't speak up.
It served you well. I mean,
I know.
Yeah.
But it's hard because like in sexual harassment issues,
Yes.
I was able to handle whatever happened to me in my day, because I told you the story.
Yeah, it was in airmail.
I wrote it on Airmail article, right? Well, I like that little online magazine, Airline. It's Graydon Carter, who used to do Vanity Fair.
That's right.
And Vanity Fair, I heard, is having trouble now.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, because Graydon Carter's not doing it anymore. All right,
right.
that's another story.
Yes.
But I would like to have training sessions on psychodramas on how to handle somebody who is harassing you.
I have one more comment about Zarna, which I thought was interesting.
Zarna, yeah.
Yeah, she makes fun of her Indian culture. What do you make of that kind of comedy? Do you think it's natural for people to do that, to be self-deprecating about who they are and their identities and things like that?
Well, I always say what's funny is negative, not positive.
Sure.
If I say to you, I love my husband so much, nobody's going to laugh at that. But
No.
if I say, he's a mouth breather, he snores, I can't stand him at night, then you start
Sure.
laughing.
Take my wife, please.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that I made fun of my Italian culture.
You do, yeah.
That's what's the fun of it. You love the culture.
Right.
You do it with love. It's like a roast.
Right.
The roasts that really work are when you love the subject. If you don't like the subject, they do not work.
Well, speaking of roasts, on Friday this week, we have Jeff Ross coming on.
The king
of
roast material.
of comedy roasts.
Yeah.
One of your favorite comedians.
I
as you
like him
mentioned.
very much. I think he's very funny.
And you love a good roast. Would you want to do one now? You've done them before, or is the world just too dicey right now to really do
No, I
them?
would do it.
Yeah.
Susie Essman did Donald Trump roast. He actually took it. It's interesting, I see now that's an interesting point, because
Please.
I'm saying today he has a thin skin.
Yes.
He
Thin as a
cannot
blue
take
card.
a joke
Yes.
But in the roast, he was okay with that.
Right. Well, I think, you know what, even people that can take a joke, everyone's got their sore spots. Everyone's got their
I think it depends on
their
who
vanity
does it.
and their things. Who does it, but also what the topic is. I mean, there are things that people can't laugh off, I think.
Well,
sometimes.
when I would make fun of his hair,
right,
he was mad at me.
I remember.
Very angry with it. But when the boys made fun of his hair, he was fine with that. So he has areas, a lot of areas that are strange.
I think everybody does. I don't think that's just him. But I think especially people that are prideful, I think there are certain areas.
People are touchy.
Yeah, I've got touchy subjects.
It's called triggering.
Yeah. Well, we can all be triggered. All right. So last week, you shared your summer creative reading picks, which were I'll Be Right Here by Amy Bloom and Creative Writing for Dummies. Your creative writing pick went to #1 on the Movers and Shakers over the weekend, which is Amazon's top 100 best-selling books in the course of a day. How about that?
The creative writing
for dummies, based on your picking it on the show, it became the #1
Isn't
mover
that
and shaker over
what do
the
you
weekend.
Make of that?
It's The Power of Joy Behar, The Power of the View.
But why that book?
They both shot up the charts. But how about that? Our little Ladies Get Lit segment, people are paying attention.
I know.
And also, people are very invested. I will say, the one thing I've learned from doing this show, the biggest stars in the world, whatever you want to have on, if you or Whoopi or any of the hosts are very invested in something, sincerely, deeply invested in something, the audience comes along with you. They care about what you care about, and they want to know. And it's a really amazing thing.
Well, I'm always looking to help people to find their passion, to find the thing that makes them happy. Because sometimes the job is the job. You have to work for a living.
Sure.
But when you do creative writing or creative painting or sculpting or batiking or whatever it is, that is a whole other way to live. That has nothing to do with the job.
And brings you joy.
It brings you joy, yes.
That's why I'm going to release my new book, Podcasting for Dummies. It's
well, you
very
love
exciting.
it. Yeah, that's a good idea.
I think it is good. I'm a dummy. I podcast. It all works out.
There are ways. People should know how to start a podcast.
Yeah.
How do you, the technology.
Well, you tell Summer and Nathan to figure it out. That's how you do it. You tell our team. But no, I think, you know what? I think I'm a decent interviewer, and I think I can help with that.
You are good because you're actually interested and you're not narcissistic in it.
No, not in the interviews. And the rest of the day. I'm very
No. You don't have narcissistic disorder.
You've said that before. I appreciate it.
You do not.
My wife disagrees.
She's wrong. I love Heather, but she's wrong about this.
Thank you. I appreciate it. All right, let's move on to another topic. Today we talked about the new Golden Bachelor.
Oh, yeah.
Because he says that at 66 years old, he only wants a younger woman.
I am.
Gary, the former...
stop the presses. Like, we never heard that before.
I suppose, but I think once you sign up for the Golden Bachelor, there's an expectation you're going to get Golden Bachelorettes. I think, that's a thing. Gary, the former Golden Bachelor's advice to him was to forget about age and focus more on the person.
Of course, it would be nice.
Yeah. Do you think there should be any kind of guardrails when you're dating, I guess, is the question.
See, I don't know. I don't know what that means, guardrails.
I don't really
All I
either.
know is that that age is irrelevant to me.
Yes.
It doesn't matter how old or young you are. I mean, unless you're, some kind of predator.
No, well,
I'm not talking about that. But I mean, as far as adult behavior is concerned,
right?
Look, I had a very good, great time with a boyfriend who was 29 when I was 39. I enjoyed it. It was great. Then Steve, my husband, is 7 years younger than me. My first husband was 1 month younger than me.
Your first ex-husband.
My first ex-husband.
.com.
I only have one.
Yes.
But I mean, I like them younger. And they like me at my age, whatever it is.
Yeah. When you started dating after your first marriage, did you have specifics you were looking for? If not age, other things?
I was not interested in a relationship.
No, all right. You were just sowing your oats.
I was just like, what did I miss?
Yeah.
Let me make up for that a little bit.
How long were you married the first time?
16 years.
All right, so that's a significant amount of time. Many people would say 16 years in, why even bother? Like, why even bother?
That's not true. I was very young. I got married. I was 22 years old.
I understand, but at a certain point, you're what poker players call pot committed. You've already spent a lot of your best years here, and then
we grew apart. We grew apart. I mean, he's a great guy, my first husband.
Right.
I still love him in some ways.
That's great.
Yeah, but we were wrong for each other. We had, first of all, I don't believe in geographical differences.
Yes.
He grew up at the beach. And he lives at the beach now. I grew up in a tenement, and I live in a building with a doorman. It's the same idea.
There was a doom from the start, really, at that point. A listener named Julian sent us a message.
Yeah.
He asks, out of the many years you spent on The View, minus the 2 that they foolishly let you go, What are some of the moments you look back on the most fondly or feel the most nostalgic about?
Well, I talked about some of today on the show about how the highlight. There were two highlights in my recent memory. One was when De Niro read from one of my plays.
That was just this last year.
This was last year.
Yeah.
He said it was from the monologue that I did, which is I married my first ex-husband because he looked like Al Pacino, only taller. Well, who isn't? And he read that.
Yeah.
On the air.
I remember.
That was a thrill for me.
Some genius had that idea.
I wish someone could find that clip and send it to me.
I think we can.
Can you do that?
Yeah, I believe we have access to it, yes.
Thank you. And then the other one was meeting President Obama and Michelle. Those are the big highlights of my career.
That's pretty good.
But the nostalgic moments are moments with Barbara.
When you think back to the original table, is that what it is?
Yeah, the original table with the girls, Meredith and Star and Barbara and Debbie. We went to lunch recently, without Barbara, of course, she's passed on, but the others. And Debbie writes to me, let's do it again. We like the idea. I like the idea of people that I have history with.
Yes.
And two of my close friends have passed away. And I don't like that.
No, I don't like that either.
Because you need history with people. So these girls are history with me.
Yeah, there are definitely relationships that you've been through things that no one else can understand.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
And you can laugh at what happened in those days, the things we had to say and pretend to believe. And of course, Barbara with her dirty jokes.
Yes.
And her plugging. You think I plug.
I mean,
she's the queen.
I know she's the queen, but you have definitely inherited the mantle.
Because I believe in plugging something, because otherwise no one knows the beauty of the plays that I'm doing.
No,
How are they going to know about it if I don't tell them about it?
Listen, the top pluggers I've dealt with now, I think you're number one.
No, Barbara.
Oh, I didn't deal with Barbara.
Okay.
That was before my time. But then followed closely by Sunny Hostin with her various novels. I mean, the two of you are neck and neck, but I think you've now moved into the lead.
Sunny wrote the book and it's finished already.
Yes.
Mine are ongoing.
I
keep
understand.
changing
No,
the venue.
I'm not complaining. I'm happy to do it.
Every time we change the venue, I have to plug it again.
I am not. So I'm happy to do it. We're on board. It's mentions of your play, Sunny's books, and Ava Longoria. That's the biggest, most common for Anna Navarro.
Anna Navarro.
Anna's plugging Ava Longoria.
Yeah.
The rest of you are plugging the other things.
Yeah.
I'm just bringing this up because she listens.
And the other one, what's his name? Marco.
Who? Marco Polo?
No, what's his name? The guy she's always talking about. All right, never mind.
Oh, J-Lo's Mark Anthony.
Mark Anthony.
J-Lo's
that's
ex-husband.
It. That's it. Mark Anthony.
All right. Another listener asks, would you ever open an Italian restaurant for your lasagna? How about that?
One of the things I always wished I could have another lifetime for is to have a restaurant. I'd love to have a restaurant with music in it,
You know what we could do?
What?
A food truck that just sells your lasagna and it goes around town.
No.
That could make some money.
No.
Maybe for the 30th anniversary of The View, we put out Joy's Lasagna food truck and we have it shipped around. We go to cities all around the country.
You start that.
All right, I'm working on this now. I got
that,
this.
yeah.
This is good. Summer, write that down. We got it. All right, it's happening. All right, before we go, what's the next movie you're going to watch with Luca?
Well, they're coming next Saturday. We watched Some Like It Hot.
How did that go over?
He said it was his favorite so far.
Oh, that's great.
Of the three.
Better than The Godfather 2?
Even better than The Godfather 2 because it was so funny.
Okay, it is very funny.
And then the first one was To Kill a Mockingbird, which
Less funny.
He liked that, though.
Yes.
But this is the best thing that I could be doing with this kid.
Absolutely.
Let him see brilliant films. Now, next week I was thinking The Fugitive.
Oh, that's great.
Or Tootsie.
Both are great. And I like the theme with Some Like It Hot and Tootsie. But
yeah.
I actually bought The Fugitive myself to show my kids. It's a great movie.
Harrison Ford he'll
recognize. It moves really fast.
Yeah.
I think he'll really like it.
And I don't think it's black and white either.
It's not. No, it was I worked in the movie theater when that came out. That was 1993.
Yeah, because he has an issue with black and white. So I'm trying to train him, so I throw in black and white in between the color.
No, but it's still vintage enough. And
I think it would
Tommy
like
Lee
that.
Jones won the Academy Award for that movie.
Yeah.
I think you'll like it a lot.
Yeah.
You know what else is a really good one? A Few Good Men.
People should send me their thoughts.
Yeah, let's do that. If you have a thought for
14 years old.
14 years old, movies for Joy to show. So it's got to be a movie that Joy will enjoy also, which does make it more narrow. I think he's probably going to enjoy more than you will. So
no, I'm trying to find things that I will enjoy.
Yes.
And that he will and should.
Yes.
Because they're so good.
All right. So let's put it in the description, and if you have an idea, we'll set up a way for people to submit.
Because now he's going to camp for a while. But then when he comes back from school, I'm going to put it in on Sundays. Sunday afternoon, maybe.
Yeah. Have you seen A Few Good Men? You'd enjoy it.
I did.
Yeah, that's a good
You
one.
Can't Handle the Truth.
That's right. I like
Any
it.
Jack Nicholson movie is great also.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Cuckoo's Nest?
One Flew Over the Cuckoo's. That's a little sophisticated for him, maybe.
It might be. I think Fugitive's a good pick.
Yeah.
All right. That's all the time we have for today.
Oh, okay.
Thank you for joining me today, Joy. Tomorrow, I'll be back with Sunny Hostin, and we'll see you then.